Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm Cool40. We're going to try to get back into the swing of doing weekly market watches on Fridays. That way you guys can see someone else doing these for things that Megacap G and House of Champions might have missed. This channel has had this kind of as a backbone. It was a little bit more sporadic. We would do it every week, every 2 weeks. So if you guys want to see this continue on here, please like this video and communicate that with me. That way that we can kind of continue to do this. As I said, it's one of my favorite segments, getting the chance to see how things go, and we're going to definitely try to get it to recur as much as we can. So, if you guys remember a few weeks ago, Ancient Leaf had a massive buyout because of the quote-unquote rules that were going around at the time that were rumored that the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go to 12,000 light points. The card actually touched $5. And then has slowly drifted back down. However, it hasn't drifted back down to its former glory, which is actually pretty interesting to take note of. These things have only fell about to the $3 mark, and they're definitely still floating in, I guess you'd say, the quote-unquote void. But it's important to take note that even though like those rules were proven fake, Ancient Leaf never had a reprint because it was from Ancient Prophecy. So bear that in mind. I mean, if you guys still have them, go unload them. I don't think those rules are coming true anytime soon, but keep that in mind. On the adverse side of that, on the hype train right now, is Ground Collapse, and these actually settled down way fucking more than I fucking thought they would. As you guys see, sorting it this way doesn't make any fucking difference. However, so the whole hype behind this, having the extra deck monster zone chosen, blah blah blah, choosing your opponent's zones that the link monster zones would point to, it's not the stupidest buyout the community's done. I understand it because it gives value to Ground Collapse, and it still only made it a $2 to $3 card at most. It's nothing really wrong at this point. I definitely see what the community was attempting to do with this, and I don't think it was entirely a stupid buyout. I bought out some of these for 50 cents a piece. I think I bought 6 when it was first announced, so it definitely no scratch off my ass here. But if you guys have these, if you guys want to dig through your commons and sell these for a couple bucks each, it's a very good opportunity to you. Next up, Reborn Kangoo. Actually, I don't know how I feel about this. I know who did the buyout and triggered it. However, there is a lot of them on the market at the moment. If you don't have a set of these going into Link Era, you might want to consider having them. The TCG, one of our former mistakes. This card, so with the anticipation of Link Summoning, having the ability to just have a monster that you can send to the graveyard to recur itself is definitely good. However, having to eat your normal summon for this without the additional help of Tensu, I don't know if it's going to be super viable, but we'll have to wait and see. The TCG has a knack of wanting to abuse things like this. But at the price the Ultras are sitting at, I would sell these probably ASAP, because I don't think these are going to get any more expensive. I think even like during Tengu's hype, he didn't touch super high amounts of money. Next up, oh man, I love watching this card. So at some point, if this card actually touches $5, I definitely think this card should be bought out. Granted, we are going into Link Summoning format. I understand that, but this card can assist you in making Omegas. And pretty much, essentially considering the fact that, Omega technically still is unknown if when it shoots itself off where it returns to. I don't think this card should be as expensive as it is at the moment, but I don't think that this card should hit $5. Just a little bit of Robbie advice. If you guys are planning on this thing to get expensive, it's not gonna fucking happen. There's just so many of them out in circulation. But I don't think that when this card hits a certain point that it should just have them all eaten out. Forbidden Chalice, I mainly just want to profile this one and show that these ultimates calm the fuck down in price value. For the people that were needing to pick these up for the Zodiac hype, definitely you missed your opportunity if you were planning on selling these at a super high fucking amount of money. Like, this is this was one of the most hyped cards for, what was it, late 2017? And granted, like, first edition, I think, light play, $42. You know, but that's besides the point. Most people are going to try to push these off as light play. But if you guys hold on to these with the intention to sell them, you fucked up, because I don't think you're still going to get your amount on them. Barrages have finally cooled the fuck down as well. You guys remember a week or two ago, everyone, including John, were making videos going, oh my god, Barrage is $110, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh is coming to an end. It was mainly because of Seattle. Most of the people that were scooping up their Barrages had the intention of wanting to play them for Seattle, and it was definitely not a bad thing for the community, because it helped create a backing for the people that would pull these from their sneak peek packs, from their fucking entry packs at events, and would have money. Now, the card is still very fucking high. The card is warranted of its status. However, you have to keep in mind that until something happens to Zodiac, Zodiac is the best deck in the game at the moment, hands down. Pretty much undistributed. But for the community to have to understand that there's a risk and reward system. You can actually buy packs at the moment, pull a money card, walk the fuck away in some sort of plus situation. And I think that at some point that is very good for the game. Typically in formats where we have that, a lot more people go to play the quote-unquote pack lottery at events. So having this where it is at the moment, it's acceptable. Foolish Burial Goods has been on the steady rise. I'm actually kind of happy to see that this card is going up, especially with the release of the Fluffle support today. When we talk about the invoked side of this video in the day one prices, when we get there, guys. But this has been one of the quote-unquote better cards that were released. This thing gives massive support to Ephraim, gives fucking support to a lot of the more roguish decks in the game that need to send a spell trap card to the graveyard. Hell, even fucking Cubics get fucking benefits from this, people. I don't know how I feel about it touching $15. This would have been a card I would have paid $10 to $12 for, and I probably should have got my set. But I'm not playing Fluffles. So, sell them if you want to. Wind Witches. So glad that this shit calmed the fuck down. This card should have never been any more than fucking $15. Same thing, like, she didn't even go up. And these things are cheap. So, if you held your Wind Witches think, oh my god, they're going to be $30 fucking dollars, you were wrong. Sorry. Now's your time to sell these. It's not going to get any better. Especially, like, this is one of those cards that's like, it probably won't even be good until like post reprinting. Like, this will probably be the Madoche syndrome of the set. I mean, if you want to pick them up, that's up to you, and like try to write it out and be like, oh my god, you know, tits, fucking someone's going to want to play this deck because it reminds them of candy. Cosmic Cyclone also calmed the fuck down. Thank fucking god. This card should have never been $30 in the first place, especially when Twin Twister exists, fucking MST exists. I understand that it's really good against Barrage. However, paying 1,000 life points makes me not want to spend $30 on it. That grass looks tastier. It's not $30 anymore, but it can very easily reverse itself back up into $30, if that makes sense. The card is ridiculous. If this thing does not get a reprint in the era and does not get limited for link format, there's going to be some pretty stupid shit that's going to occur. So, 60 card the brick. It's pretty good, I heard. Should you dump them? That's up to you. I mean, we're playing this deck at the moment. The deck's very good. The deck has a lot of variations. The deck does a lot of good, interesting things for the game. That is up to you guys. I can't really tell you that. I just wanted to profile and show to you that it's dipped down a little bit, and that it could reverse back up at essentially any time. Next up, Left Arm Offering. Ooh, baby. This card had its third fucking buyout in the history of this game. They're sitting at $13. I have mine listed at $13.99. I don't think this card should go up anymore. I think this card is kind of at its life expectancy point now. Unfortunately, I know many people tried to push it up. I bought some copies of it a long time ago, seeing if it would go up. even though this was from the Millennium Pack that has been out of print now, it's not going to go up anymore. Oracle of Ephraim. So, I bought, I think, 12 copies. My total number, 15 of these. With the expectancy of it to go up in price. And I know a lot of people are always like, what are some failed investments? I don't really consider this one a failed one. Just because of how many of them actually exist on the market. The card never got the reprint. And for the short amount of time I'm going to really get the chance to kind of play it with the release of Maximum Crisis, I'm actually kind of really looking forward to it. It's definitely a more casual deck. It's more fun. If you guys haven't really picked up Zephyr stuff with much of the intention to play it, or you're looking forward to it, you definitely might want to consider it now. $10 on Oracles is not fucking terrible at all, especially since it's a fucking Rhoda for the deck. Next up, Necro's Atricial. This was actually kind of interesting. I was looking at prices earlier, and once these two are gone, this card's worth $14? The fuck? This card should only remain at $10 forever. It was just something interesting I was catching note of, that this card could start jumping to 15 sometime soon. Maybe it's time to unload them. Monolith, this was just one of those things that was like, what the fuck, why is this card still fucking $30? You figured that this thing would finally just put itself down. There are fucking 59 vendors that have this fucking card for sale right now, and it still has not dropped below fucking the quote-unquote $30 area. It's barely doing it. Fucking... This was something else that has been interesting. So, since quote-unquote Zoo has been one of the best decks, if you guys have giant trainers, sell them. These things are expensive. Fucking $8 just to draw some fucking cards. Yeah, sell them now. It's not gonna get any better. White Mares, they're not 20 anymore. Sorry to tell you guys that. 12 is a little bit more of a respectable number, and I'm fine with that. That's why you go through your bulk for things like this. Gotta love Skull Servant hype so much. And then last but not least, it is day one of Fusion Enforcers. You guys know what that means? It means day one prices. So, of course, Henry has the only invocations listed at fucking 45 apiece. Invoked Mukaba coming in at the second most expensive card in the set at $24 on day one prices. Magical Meltdowns coming in at 14, which is interesting because this card's pretty hard to pull. Raijin coming in at 12. Omega Summon's actually expensive. Greedy Venom dropped already down. Fright for Kraken, $6. Invoked Elysium, $6. Invoked Caliuga, $5. For the most part, everything's gonna kind of just be like $5 until this set floats around Alistair. So if you guys don't have instant fusions, low-key pick them up, because they could pull the allure treatment and go up to $5. You guys heard it here first. Invoked Melangia. For the most part, like, I feel like Meltdown is going to have some kind of pseudo buyout towards it because of how cheap it actually is. When from this point on, everything else in this set is just dirt fucking cheap. Even the new alternate art polymerization is cheap. So, what does this mean, guys? Well, interesting. Konami set out to do what they wanted to do with Invoked, made them very expensive from what we've seen so far. Definitely think that this is going to go down a little bit. Raijin should not be that much. Circuit, in my opinion, considering how short print it is, should be worth more, but that's just me, guys. So, please leave a comment down below. Obviously, in these market watches, we do not get the chance to talk about everything that happens in the week span, or else I would never leave my computer. So, please communicate that with the audience. Obviously, you have House of Champions and Megacap G that also do these market watches. But yeah, if you guys want this to be a recurring thing weekly, please like this video. Tell me, comment down below, say, hey, Uncle40, good job, I love this man. And well, guys, I'm out. Deucerinos.
That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, VanCole40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MCOL40 Interactions. Please check out MCOL Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.